Hey, you guys. It is, Wednesday afternoon?
It is Wednesday.
And I happen to be getting my nails done by my sweet friend, Crystal Avey. I'm going to turn the camera around in just a second and let her start talking. But as we're getting started today, if you are joining us live, let us know where you're joining live from. I'm going to keep switching hands like this because she is busting me through a manicure. I don't know if you saw my cool nails at Ignite, but it was time to get those changed up. So I asked Crystal if I could interview her while I was getting my nails done today, and let me tell you, she is up for the job. All right, so we're going to talk today a couple of things, Crystal, as we're getting started. I've known Crystal just the last couple of years. She's tenacious. She is persistent. She works out of her own home doing nails every day almost. She has 2 kiddos, and she is constantly at baseball, dance, all the places, doing all the things. So we're going to talk about what's in her monthly order, but specifically I asked her to talk a little bit about what she does for hand and nail care, and what she recommends to her clients, so that you can learn a little bit about that as well. But she's also an amazing executive leader, and I'm really excited that she was willing to say yes today. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera around. Sorry for the camera action. Jerry's watching live. There are lots of others on there too. There she is. Look how close we are together. Oh my gosh, you look gorgeous. How did we figure out this side? Wow, hearts. We got lots of hearts going. All right, so Crystal, tell me how long you've had your nail business, and then we'll jump into Young Living.
I've had my nail business for about 10 years now. So I moved my nail business. Sorry if I'm moving her around, and she's actually going to have to let that go.
There you go.
And I really do hope.
Well, hold it right there. You go. How's that?
I don't know.
There, that looks good. That looks good.
I need this hand.
Oh, here.
So I've had my nail business for about 10 years, and I moved it into my house about a year and a half ago, so I can transition the oils into my world, because I made it a priority to make sure that with my side hustle of oils got its enough attention, and I was able to do so. So I have been very, very fortunate to have an entrepreneurial life for the last 10 years. Oils is something completely different. I'm not going to lie, everybody. It is something everyone can do, but it is very, very, very diligent work. So stay on top of it, y'all. But what I can probably tell you for oils that I would keep consistent in my daily ER would definitely, I'm going to look down because I have everything on the floor so I can see it. Animal Sense ointment. I incorporate that into my pedicures as well. So in your everyday life, if you happen to have like a pedi file, scrub your feet in the shower for sure. And then when you get out and dry your feet, put Animal Sense ointment on the bottom of your feet and then buff that in. Smoothest thing you'll ever feel. I looked up online for nail strength and nail support. So you're going to want to have myrrh, and you're going to want to have lemon, frankincense, and or sacred frankincense, Idaho balsam fir. So those things you can also put on the nail directly, neat, each oil directly at the base, neat, no nothing on it. Or you can also put it in a blend together to support your nail strength into kind of like a blend, and you can kind of brush it onto your nail every day for 30 days. So look that up in your reference guide and everything, you guys, for nail support. But other things I want on my ER obviously is going to be Ningxia, obviously is going to be Master Formula. If you want nail and health, hair support, you're going to want sulfurzymes. Sulfurzymes is like, I think
that's why my nails have grown so fast, Celeste. You don't have to turn around to me. I can just be a voice in the background. But I think that's why my nails grow so fast.
No, definitely. And even Miss Hannah Banana, that is on our team too, her hair got super long after taking sulfurzymes. So I totally think that you need to have sulfurzymes on your ER support. And Mega-Cal, that's another thing for your nail support as well, they say. Absolutely. And Citrus Fresh. If you don't have anything else, Citrus Fresh is out there. Put it on your nails. See if it helps strengthen the nail and all that other good stuff.
When we first got here today, what did you have me put on? Before every client, what do you do?
Dun, 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 dun. This is the thing that is out of stock.
You got the big guy.
I got the big guns right here, y'all. Hand purifier, sanitizer, now that we can say it because it's over the counter and stuff like that. That is hands down the best thing that I have for my nail people. They touch it every day. I don't use any more over-the-counter BS or any of that. So thieves all the way. But I'm going to plug Oil Underground, y'all. That's coming up in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be talking on that. And what I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth on that is what you need to have on your ER. White Angelica, Joy, and Helichrysum. I'm going to be plugging a little bit more in depth kind of personal info on that kind of page, so we can kind of get dirty with our talk. So other than that, I think obviously Ningxia, you guys all have to have that on your whole daily ER too. Northern,
Yeah, pull them up here. It's fine. Northern Lights Black Spruce.
yes, that's my grounding oil. And right now, when Angie arrived at my house, she could smell my resin, frankincense resin burner out by the driveway. I also think that's huge. You guys need, if you have little people, teenagers who are going through a lot of like emotional things, Northern Lights Black Spruce and frankincense is huge on their grounding. It's huge for me. I'm 41 female. It's a big thing for me. I love the grounding effect that it gives me and the whole kind of like calm, you know? So, also, you guys need to have this. Baby's lotion. So if
but
you
I don't have any babies.
It doesn't matter. The hand and love that this gives you for your hands during these dry seasons, especially in Arizona with your hot and cold kind of seasons, it gives you kind of that dry knuckle feeling. That is the best thing since sliced bread.
That's good. If you guys have questions, you can ask questions and I'll check the
or
comments.
DM me. I'm Crystal Saxton, AV, SAXTONs-AVEY. You guys can directly DM me. But I think that's pretty much it.
No, I'm not turning around.
No,
I'm not turning around. Still you.
Yeah.
So while we move on, one of the things I love, you can tell about Crystal. She's such a blue personality, so much fun. Check out these. We do glitter, like crazy glitter for our nails. Love. Just unicorning it up. But Crystal, you said earlier, it takes a diligent amount of work to build a business. And so while you're working at home, I know you take time out to carve time out into your business on a weekly basis. What's been the most fun that what attracted you first to the business? Because you were kind of like, I don't know if this is for me when I first met you. And now as an executive leader, growing to silver and thousandaire status, what keeps you motivated? Like what are you doing it for?
The bigger vision, the bigger me that I want to live. I have a lot of people surrounding me that are very limited in their scarcity kind of mindset, and a lot of people have always called me crazy, and I think my crazy was more manifested by God for a bigger me, a bigger personality. And tonight is my first Brandon Barber coaching, so I'm super stoked about what kind of life I will live here on out and leave for my children. That's what I do this for. I sit there and I go and I see the Andreas and I see the Angelas and I see the Debras and I see the Ruby K's and I see the Spinkers and I see the Strongs and I see all those people, and they have benefited by having the community around them that this brings. And that is something I think a lot of people are scared of. And I think if you just embrace it, you'll be very, 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 very surprised on what kind of person you can become by embracing that and letting go. You just have to let go and get out of your own way. That's
super well said.
And I love Lisa because she's the only one that is the reason why I'm here. I love Miss Vondenbush.
Well, and Crystal, I'll just end by saying, like, I'm super grateful for who you are and who you've become in the course of this process. How your pizzazz and sparkle shine through to the people that are around you. I know that doing nails has been a joy for you. You love to beautify and help people live creatively and passionately as well. But it's super cool to see you transitioning some of that into teaching people about living a healthier lifestyle too. So thank you so much for just joining me and being willing to come live today, interrupting our manicure time for this special live video. But y'all, this is just again to show you that you can be doing anything, anywhere, anytime, and be teaching people about the oils. I love that when I come into Crystal's house, you can see the oil rack on the wall behind me. You can see that I have a diffuser here in front of me. We're just surrounded by opportunity for sharing a healthier way of living with others. And thanks, Crystal, for being a part of that.